Welcome to PAWrestling.com here at the District Duals. These are the matches of the week, and I think we have the best one of the lot right out of the gate. I'm here with Matt Torresani. Say hello, Matt, to everyone.
Hey, how's it going, D1 Wrestling?
Matt is the head coach at Radnor High School, so he's joining me, filling in for Joe Youngblood. So we're going to try and struggle through this one, but I think we'll be all right. We're in good hands here with Matt. We're starting at 182 here with West Chester Rustin and Neshaminy, and this is going to be a great match. The 7 and the 10 seed, Neshaminy coming in as the 7 and Rustin as the 10. So we have to figure out who these wrestlers are, and we'll get going.
Hey, right off the bat here, they're working on those inside ties and trying to feel each other out. Nice fakes there.
I believe we have Rice and Pasuki. I'm just gambling on that.
That is a gamble. I'm not sure. In on that double. Switches off to a single. He has two hands on that single there. Head inside.
He's trying to pinwheel that for a finish to a double. Really nice job there.
He does a nice job keeping his feet moving and gets a leg right in. Go. Nice job defending those legs there. He's building his base. Goes to lock up the cradle. He stands up.
This is Leinbach. They bump Leinbach up. So we have Brock Leinbach out there for Neshaminy.
Leinbach's an honorable mention senior, 16 and 7.
So Leinbach up 2-0 here on the restart.
Does a nice job breaking him down over his elbow there. Staying behind under the arms.
Yeah, Leinbach's had a great couple of weeks. He's wrestling really well. Knocked off a couple of really good wrestlers in the last several duels for them. And a big win at North Penn the other night. I believe it was North Penn.
He's working that half there. He just had a leg and snuck it back out. Doesn't seem like not sure where to go yet on top, but he's trying a little bit of everything right now.
Definitely getting heavy there.
Locks that cradle up as he stands up with his head near his knee, puts him on his back. No count, maybe half a swipe of a 1, but that's about all he gets there. He's doing a nice job keeping pressure on. Goes for that cross face. Comes back around.
Yeah, the big question where Ethan Harkins was going to go tonight. So obviously a good wrestler could be left out of this lineup for Rustin tonight with their lineup full.
Leinbach up 2-0 after the first period.
I know
Rice chooses bottom.
I know Joe Youngblood, our boy Joe Youngblood, wanted to see Colin Hurley tonight, so Hurley's definitely in the lineup. We just don't know about Harkins yet, so we'll see how this thing plays out. But have those three guys kind of on the back end of this match is pretty good for them.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, you're right. Leinbach's just kind of looking for something on top. Now he's got a leg in.
Yeah, he keeps trying to get that leg in, but you know what?
Now he's in trouble.
Injury time. He did a nice job catching that leg as it was coming in there, and you can see it tweaked his knee. So that's the first injury time. Another injury time, and West Chester Rustin gets choice.
So the Neshaminy coaches here, Dex Letter along with Frank Bing questioning the reversal with the stoppage, but kind of inevitable there. He's coming out. I mean, that's going to be a reversal. I mean, He obviously had stopped wrestling. The official had not blown the whistle, and that's a reversal. So really no controversy there. Just a mishap for the Neshaminy wrestler to kind of tweak that knee underneath.
Yeah, he looks like he's getting up okay here.
Yeah, I mean, not take the time now. Take the full minute and a half at least. All right, you got to cut it off right there. He's to the center. Trainer's still out there though. I know you and I would argue over what's going on out there, even during an injury of our wrestlers.
Sir.
There's no love lost when we're wrestling Radnor. But we'll have to tell some stories later about how you got into coaching and, right back at Hapro Horsham and helped us out.
Got a locking hands on top.
Definitely locking hands.
A little fact for the viewers is Glenn was my high school wrestling coach. And now it's fun as a colleague in the sport to sit next to him and do this with him. Comes into that double inside thigh pry and throws
right to the leg.
Right to the leg with
really
that power
high.
half.
Real high.
He's trying to tripod him up there, but he does a nice job staying smart, tight, and strong, and staying behind him and breaking him back down.
Yeah, and Leinbach's clearly a little sore from that knee ding and not moving well on the bottom.
No, he's not. He's going for a power half on the other side now. Yeah, he's getting very high.
He's locked hands again.
Another lock. That's the second one. Next one's 2 points.
I mean, they're going to have to cut him here. I mean, the Rustin coach is going to have to either say, you know, cut him or stay out of that lock.
The only thing I could think is, you know, they weren't expecting that, and they want to get a stick out of him, and they think maybe he can do it with his legs in, as to why they might not be cutting him yet. It's the only thing I could think of.
Now he's trying for that, like, inside-out spladle cradle from the wrong way, but a good effort nonetheless, and Leinbach's out with a 4-3 lead now.
See how that knee's feeling now that he's on his feet. He looks like he's moving okay. Another takedown here would be big. There's
good double
40
shot.
seconds left.
Head down, though. Now he's in on the single here.
2 hands on. He needs to keep moving his feet here. There he goes. He gets up to his feet. Does a nice job cracking him down and behind for 2.
So under 30 here in the second. Brock Leinbach starting to open up a little bit on his feet with a 6-3 lead.
Short time, you know, he's going to want to keep him down here, and we'll see where they go in the third. But, he's over top with that cradle. Does a nice job coming back down with it. Maybe hop side there and try to whack it back. You know, he did a nice job, short time, got that takedown with like 35 seconds left and kept him down so he didn't give up a point there and keep it within a takedown so far. So, and now he's on bottom, so that'll extend the lead a little bit if he gets out here.
And again, if Rice isn't careful here on top, gets another locking hands, it's just going to really open things up for Leinbach and start looking for a major. And bonus points are going to be key in this match. Talked about it all year long. I mean, if you listen to us here on PAWrestling.com, it's all we talk about is bonus.
And we got 2 there.
Yeah, and rather easy too.
You know, he's forcing those legs, and you get yourself high. Goes to cut him. He does a nice job, but he goes to lock up that cradle. He might want to cut him all the way here.
He's got to let go of his head. There it is.
We go. Create the space. Gives him the 1. Back on his feet to try to generate some more scoring here.
And Leinbach now looks like he's going to open up. He's got plenty of time to score a couple takedowns.
You know, last minute of a third period is really where you want to be dominant and really start pushing that pace as much as you can in a tight match like this.
He's got to run his feet here. There it is.
Good job.
Now he's going to head hunt.
Corner. Does a nice job keeping his hips outside. That was close. See if he goes to cut him again here. And he still has a full minute.
Time. For those of you out there, I know you can't hear us live. Are we live, Mike? We're not live. But anyway.
We should be.
It's like Owen J. Roberts has is that a 9-0 lead over there or 6-0? I can't tell the team score. All right, we won't talk about that match since no one cares. They'll know the results by the time they hear this.
Yeah. Back up to their feet. Try to run a half and came a little bit too far outside there, and they're back to their feet. Sure, he's going to be trying to get another takedown here.
Yeah, something to his back. You know, and this Neshaminy coaching staff has just gotten better and better. Dex Letter added to the staff, along with the young Bing, Frank's son, state, wrestler himself, still wrestling, I believe, in college. I'm not sure where, but he comes in when he can and helps out, and he's here tonight for the District Duals. Leinbach's in again, pinwheel, and there's 2.
Yeah, same thing, cracks the corner, gets him down.
And now he's got to really get after it. They're both out of gas.
Yeah, they're tired here. One more takedown, he would have the major there if he just would have kept cutting maybe a little bit.
So that's it, 12-5 victory for Brock Leinbach. So Neshaminy on the board first, with a 3-point lead.
You know, if I'm West Chester Rustin, I'm not disappointed necessarily in that performance, keeping it at a decision there with a guy like Leinbach coming after you.
I agree. I mean, possibly did his job. I think we can go to the weigh-in sheets and try and figure this out. Coach Cummings was kind enough to help us out here with our rosters. think this is Zach Magdalinskis. I can't even say that. For Neshaminy.
8-8 in the years as sophomore.
And
a nice job clearing ties into that single.
And I think this is Zach Jones.
Nice takedown. Did a beautiful job there keeping his feet moving, but he came out a little bit too far, and Neshaminy was able to get the leg and turn the corner on him and get the reversal there.
So I can't
he's got it way too far. Go ahead. Sorry.
Can't say Neshaminy guy last name, but he's got a excuse me.
Takes a shot from long distance there, and he does a nice job getting his legs back. And now he's in on a double. Starts trying, goes to his feet, and good defense there from West Chester Rustin.
Magdalinskis, there it is. Maybe that's it.
That's what we'll go with.
Matt's never going to make it on Flow if we can't get these names right, let alone the wrestlers. We don't even know if we have the wrestlers.
They have a full screen at Flow, and they got extra support there. We're doing the best.
Thank God wrestling broadcasters are like weathermen. We can get it right 50% of the time and be all right. Good shot there by Jones.
Neshaminy made one little mistake there. He snapped him right into his own legs, but he did a good job once he got in, countering it at the line and getting his hips, keeping his hips up. And didn't give a takedown near the edge of the mat. And those edges of the mat takedowns are huge at this level. If you can score near the edge, you're going to be successful. And he did a nice job countering there.
Yeah, the Rustin staff wasn't happy that wasn't 2 over there on the line. Rustin's first.
Neshaminy going down.
Magdalinskis. Magnum. We'll just go Magnum. Got to get some nicknames from the Neshaminy coaches. They're right next to me here. I can ask.
Right up to his feet.
He's got to work up. He's out.
It's aggressive there. Neshaminy trying to push the pace. Magdalinskis.
Yeah, Zach came right back in there after he cleared out. It's good work. Tie things up at 3-all. And Neshaminy's hot off a big win last night over Council Rock North 40-30. So Neshaminy is really primed. I mean, some may think it'd be an upset if Neshaminy beats them, but they are the 7th seed for a reason.
Fires off another shot from long distance, and he's been doing a good job of every time he shoots from far, he gets his hips back and then gets himself right in on a leg himself. He's holding on tight there to the single.
And Jones is looking to score 2 of his own here. I mean, he's got that.
Pick that ankle, got him
there's
flat.
2.
Looks like he's going for a butcher. Across the face there. There it is.
There's
that butcher. You got to get that head on the other side. And just kind of uses a little bit of strength and turns him over.
Oh, it's a big turn of events here.
This will be huge.
There it is.
That is a big pin for West Chester Rustin.
Yeah, he got him in trouble. I mean, 1 mistake and 6 points for Rustin, and those are big bonus points.
An early pin can really get your team motivated and swing the momentum early your way, especially at these upper weights where you got to kind of get their motor going, and that momentum will push them through. So let's see what they do with this momentum moving forward here in the match.
All right, we're up to 220 now, and we'll do some guesswork here with the lineups. We need Joe. So this is Kenny Monaco here for Neshaminy.
If I was to guess, this would be Owen Walsh here for Rustin, junior.
Yeah, they're bumping him up from 95. Both guys just kind of feeling each other out here at the start of the match. And as Joe would say, dancing bears. Both in that collar tie, just looking for some inside control. We have some other good matches tonight. We're going to follow this one right up with Boyertown and Great Valley. And like I said, we have O&J and Quakertown over there on the other mat. And, of course, Downingtown West here, the number 2 seed, the Top Gun in the gym versus Hatboro Horsham is the underdogs coming in. So some good wrestling here at Ruston, and obviously down at Council Rock South. Some good matches over there as well in this first round of the district duels. The first real step, to the PIAA team championships, Matt.
Yeah, this is a great place to sharpen your iron a little bit, especially you're towards the end of January here, and you have your league tournaments coming up, trying to qualify for districts. And this is for some of these schools, and you have a school like Great Valley wrestling a school like Boyertown, they're just trying to sharpen their iron, trying to get ready for those tough, grueling postseason matches. And this is getting in a tournament like this is a great place to do it.
Yeah, it's an extra match, and usually it's against good competition. Like you said, kind of fine-tuning things a little bit, maybe get a good matchup against a guy you're going to see at regionals that you don't see, during the season or at districts. Now that the Suburban 1 leagues all together back in the East, I think these guys, see each other a little bit more now at the first round with districts. But next year it's going to be a little bit different.
Yes, sir. We have a Monaco chose down here in the second period, and in a 0-0 match in the first, getting those first points can be big if it goes, far into overtime. So you want to get that first point if you can.
Yeah, and a real change of philosophy I've seen over the last several weeks of the season. We were over at Council Rock for Escape the Rock, and those close matches in the finals, everyone's going down to get that first point because we had 4 overtime matches there.
Monaco did a nice job getting to his feet there and clearing fairly easily. Comes up to his feet, and we'll probably have a little more dancing here. We have 2 different little body types here with each kid, so they're both looking probably for what they're best at, and looks like it's not a whole lot of firepower yet on the offensive leg attacks.
Yeah, and these are 2 wrestlers with not, spectacular records by any means, but again, in this dual meet, this is a key match.
Huge.
All these toss-up bouts are key for both squads. The coaching staffs know it, the kids know it, and when you step out on the mat, you got to be ready to go. No matter, you're going to get bumped around. There's going to be some moves made in this match, and you just got to be ready when they call your name to the mat.
Walsh is doing a good job putting Monaco back on his heels, making him back up, and he shot him out of bounds there a little bit. And, referees notice that kind of thing. If you can draw stall calls in these type of matches early, you're going to benefit in the third period. So if you can push this pace a little bit here in the next 40 seconds, you might be able to push a stall.
Yeah, Walsh has been backing up to the edge, too.
One more, I think it's coming. It's going to have to be the aggressor a little bit here. Maybe fire off a fake shot or 2. Still pummeling both inside. Not a whole lot happening yet. Short time here, so we're not going to see a whole lot, but he's still backing up quite a bit. You got to try to shoot him out there if you can. Try to show the ref that you were at least the perception of looking offensive is big in the sport at the edge of the mat. So you want to kind of push that there. Yeah,
I'm surprised we haven't had a stolen call here, maybe even for both guys. I mean, they're just grabbing and pushing. So Walsh is going down here to start the third, and he's only down 1, so see if he can get things squared up and back to our feet and some more dancing.
Comes to that far ankle, doesn't really try to pick it, but...
Big man trying to throw legs in here.
Yeah, he tried to open him up a little bit, get that leg in. Walsh to his feet, does that little back trip that you see popular now, and you see Penn State doing that little leg back trip there more often. He's doing a nice job standing on his feet. There's a stall call on Monaco now.
That could be big later.
Walsh needs to pick up the pace now with 1:30, trying to put him back on his heels again, see what he can't generate. Sure, it's in the ref's head already that he's been, backing up a little bit here.
Yeah, especially when you keep blowing it out of bounds on the line. You know whose back's to the line. And again.
There he goes again.
Yeah, Walsh all the way to the line, back to the line. So He's got to be careful here. Still plenty of time for a takedown. So a takedown can win this thing now. And I'm sure you preach to your wrestlers the same thing we do. Win it right here in regulation. No need for overtime. You're on your feet for over a minute. We do this in the room all the time.
All the time.
And there, I think it's coming.
It has to be coming soon. We talk a lot about, in my wrestling room about constantly trying to be as offensive as possible. But if you can score a takedown near the edge of the mat and you can kind of rack those up, you're going to win a lot of matches because a lot of wrestlers will shut down at the edge and think that, not much can happen. But
you get a sneaky one out on, you get a sneaky one out on the edge.
Got to be coming soon at this point. I would be, if I was on that bench, I would be starting to get a little bit incensed that it's not coming soon. But he needs to start firing off some fake shots here, some knee taps at least, if he's not going to go all the way under him.
He's hearing it from Coach Harkins and the Rustin staff, probably the young guys, probably Aston White over there.
That's a caution on green.
Yeah, Walsh had a chance to snap Monaco down there. Didn't take advantage. And here's the pushing now.
He was leaning hard.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah, you know what he did? He gave him every chance not to call that stall call. He didn't want to put himself in.
And he still gives the wrestler a chance with 20 seconds to get a takedown. And that's the fake shot he needed about a minute ago. Or 10 seconds ago even, because he could have made it.
A lot of the refs, they want to see the wrestlers decide the matches. They don't want it to come down to a stall call, so they will hold that for a while. But at that point, he gave him no choice other than to call that. Now you just have to be defensive here. And that's a big win for Rustin, sneaking one in there in a squeaker 2-1. Really not a whole lot of action, just a lot of pushing, and it was in their favor. So we move on to heavyweight here at District Duals in the first round with the Redskins and the Neshaminy and the Golden Knights of West Chester Rustin. And
with Rustin up 9-3 right here at home.
Here come the big boys.
She's got, I believe this is Gabe Walsh now for Neshaminy and Matthew Soska. Soska in at 9-12 and Walsh in at 9-13 on the season. So evenly matched again here at heavyweight, and another toss-up bout to start this match.
Soska trying to work that underhook early, and let's see if he can do something with it. You have to be careful getting underneath people here. And it looks like you got Walsh now on that underhook. At this weight class, it's a lot about position and
getting angles.
Yeah, getting angles, not getting underneath, snag singles and knee pulls, and being the smarter wrestler a lot of times will win these matches. And some strength, trying to snap a guy underneath you if you can. But a lot of these matches are won in the second and third period when they go to the mat. And
yeah, I wonder how much the Neshaminy's feeling the big win last night. Two things happen there. You come in with momentum, or you come in with a little hangover. And I'm kind of seeing a little hangover right now with Neshaminy. Obviously their big guns are coming around here at the lightweights and the middleweights for them. But, they don't have the same fire they must have had last night against that North team. Now, Council Rock North's a little bit down with their lineup, but nonetheless, I thought Neshaminy would come here with a little more fire.
It can be tough when you get out of your routine. You're used to getting in the practice room, getting your drill session in, and maybe a live match or two before you. Yeah,
and you're holding weight back-to-back nights, getting that pound. But again, this is getting ready for the postseason and the 2- and 3 day grind you're going to see in March.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So this is, like we said, it's a good place to kind of figure that out, hopefully.
So both guys, a lot of pushing here. 150 gone and 10 seconds left, and we have Dancing Bears.
Dancing Bears. As a lightweight my whole life, I didn't actually watch a whole lot of this because I was always headphones on warming up.
I'll let Coach Mongilla know that.
Yeah, please let him know.
So here we are knotted after 1-0-0 and see who gets the choice.
Rustin chooses the bottom position, which is smart here in the second period. Try to get that early first point.
A nice breakdown there by Soska.
doing a nice job keeping his weight up on top of him and his toes digging there. I've noticed a lot of their bigger guys have been working this power half here, and
yeah, now he looks like he's digging it out nice.
If it's doing anything, it's just keeping that pressure on the head and keeping him down.
Joe and I talk about just about every week we have a match. With the big guys, once you break that hip down and get the weight on and ride, you can get a turn. So Walsh is up and out, and there's that first all-important point. And again, just getting an angle, trying to get behind here. Again, showing like you're working. A couple of fakes, help as well, because you know what's going to happen if there's no action here for a whole nother minute. You're going to see a stalling call, maybe a double stall. We've seen that lately. And I like the early stalling calls. I really do.
Like I was talking about earlier, he's trying to get him underneath of his body and get to, like that snag single there. But a good snap just to the mat probably would have done him a little better there.
He looped that head. He had it. All he had to do was kind of get a little pressure on it.
Listening to the Neshaminy coaching bench that we're sitting next to here, they're kind of under that same impression of just snapping him, getting that hand underneath, using that body to get him to the mat.
And again, like you said, both guys here are the same, body, size and mass. So real neutral. Both guys there's no one with a real advantage.
Throws the underhook, gets around
now
him.
Now he's just got to get him down before he gets out. Kind of pushing him out.
They're out of bounds. What he did beautiful there is he got himself in a good head position with that underhook. And once he was able to bump that up, he just snuck around that corner. Nice little quarter turn there and was around. But you got to be able to bring him back to the mat.
Yeah,
there, so
you got to try and wrap and bring him back.
Try to do that in the center here. Give yourself some more space.
I've always liked the Rustin logo with the keystone on the back of their singlet.
Very classy.
I love that American flag, but pretty cool with the keystone. So time runs out here with 2 to go. After 2, 1-0 Walsh. Shammy's going to go down and try and tie this thing up. And Walsh has to watch the roll here. The big men from the Neshaminy like to roll. So let's see what happens.
Moves forward quickly. Walsh with that double inside dive pry, which we saw earlier from their. We got a locking hands
call.
That is not a good place to do that. But
and there it is again, almost another one. So a free move doesn't develop, but there's the all-important, 1 point. And now Neshaminy has a bit of an advantage, can kind of take a little time on the bottom now too, and hope maybe for another locking hands. That's 2 in a row from the Rustin wrestlers.
Each time they came to that inside thigh pry, they would come back up with their hands and lock them, maybe thinking about going to like more of a spiral ride or something, but he's done a nice job breaking him down here. And
look for that half right from his knees.
He's whacked a crossface on him, and we saw Butcher attempt earlier. We'll see if we see something like that again here. He needs to keep that knee running inside and just drive with that knee, break him back down over his elbow. They keep going back to that double inside thigh pry, which I find interesting.
All right, so Soska's out.
There's a fake shot at the edge.
2-1 lead. I don't think we have any stalling calls, so that's an advantage in Neshaminy.
Yeah, I think this would be a big pickup here for Neshaminy to kind of get their ball rolling too, going into the lightweights. This would be a nice win for them.
And they need a win here.
Throws that underhook up again, sneaks around. He's in the center of a mat, just like I talked about. He's got to keep him there, try to bring him down. Does a nice job getting his hips about him and turning back in.
So now we're all square here, 2-all. Is that right or wrong? Am I wrong? I'm wrong. They were neutral.
Yes, they were.
I was asleep. I need Joe here. Keep me on my toes.
Here it goes, sneaking around.
Ooh,
front and arm.
Nice, and there it is. And that's just what I'm talking about. All you have to do is get behind sometimes.
His hands kept his hands on the mat, and that was the difference there.
Yep.
Did a nice job.
So now he can use a little bit of time to his advantage and use the edge and circle.
Can't go off the gas here, though. You got to stay in the driver's seat. You're only up 2. So, and he does a nice job with that underhook.
Bump shrug threw that up. And
he's working that really nicely here, and it's kind of kept him in control of this match.
Yeah, but like you said, Russell might be happier with 9 points in these first 4 bouts, coming back around to their strength, which is the upper middle weight classes.
And that's the match. We have Soska with the decision there for 3 points. We have a 9-7 match going into the lightweights here at 106 pounds. At 106 pounds for Neshaminy, you have Sean Marion. He's a freshman. He's 10-12 on the year, which is a nice record for the schedule they wrestle as a freshman. So it looks like he's doing a nice job.
Yeah, Marion's been wrestling well.
And if I were to guess, Josh Vierengo for West Chester Rustin, also freshman. He's 12-5 on the year right now. Nice snap down there. He's controlling wrists there. Both guys fighting wrists. Comes to that front head and arm. Let's see what he can do out of a front headlock here.
Yeah, and Marion's kind of grown into the weight class. I mean, coming into the start of the year, he's probably weighing in well under 100 pounds. Now he's, kind of grown into this 106 spot.
Josh did a nice job stepping over that back ankle and cutting them off on that corner. And he still has that arm trap. Let's see what he does with it. Looks for that butcher again, just like we saw a little bit earlier.
Yeah, Varango's got the leverage in his advantage with his length. Now he's got that cradle locked up. This is not good for Marion.
Let's see if he loads it up here.
Yeah, he trying to step over that leg. Going to scoop it up. There it is.
Yeah, that's just strength. And then, oh boy, does a really nice job. And his body was built for cradles. That was a beautiful job, locking that up and getting him on his back.
Yeah, that's a huge fall for Russell. We talked about the bonus points, and there's the first big fall of the night. I mean, Marion's no slouch at that weight class, so I'm sure Shammy's looking to get that right back here with Zach Martin coming out for the Redskins.
King is long, and Zach Martin's a little bit more stocky here. So we have like a kind of a difference in body types, and that can always be interesting with styles. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, and Martin's the second of the freshmen that Neshaminy puts out on the mat in these lightweights. And these kids are going to be really good down the road. They're accomplished junior wrestlers, and it's a good 1-2 punch for them.
King fired up off a shot from pretty far outside, and Martin did a nice job countering, getting right to that front head and arm, and has it locked up pretty tight there. See what he does with it here. And that stalemate called. Back to their feet. In that situation, you really want to kind of get as aggressive as you can, bounce the head off the mat, and hopefully extend them so you can block and spin behind.
And again, sometimes we talk about strength of schedule, and Zach Martin comes in at 16-6 with an honorable mention at this weight class, and Varango's a solid 12-5. Excuse me, not Varango. King is 12-6, and these guys are pretty well matched as well. I mean, these two teams are very similar. I mean, just right up and down the lineup.
It's been every contest except for a little bit of the last one has been pretty much, like you said, spot on even, and it's made for some good wrestling so far. Good motion, clears that ankle, or clears that tie and gets on that low single, but
he couldn't get that ankle up.
No, he did King did a nice job countering that low single there, just kind of staying active, moving his feet, and that was the difference. But that was a beautiful shot fired off by Martin. Let's see if he can get back to it. Nice fakes there, gets underneath the legs, comes up, pops it over.
He's got his head really trapped in there. See if he can turn the corner here and step over that back leg. Yeah, real interesting counter there by King, but he used his legs kind of to stretch out Martin's arm. Length over strength.
Yeah, length over strength's right. We got Martin firing off a lot of good shots, though, so far. I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, and he's in really good position. Great stance, wide base, elbows, kind of in and blocking, down blocking. There's a shot. Real good work by Martin there in that period. Even though it's 0-0, Martin's kind of got a little edge going.
Yeah, he's pushing the pace there. His motor's definitely going. He looked fired up for this match before he even stepped on the mat. So looks like a man on a mission right now to get this victory in his District Duals debut. Martin chooses bottom. Gets his knees under him, gets right to his feet. Looks for Looks like King was going for either like a little hazard tilt or just bringing him back and do a cross wrist tilt there. And he's still working that cross wrist. Trying to collect that elbow inside of him. Martin does a good job kind of clearing the hands out. Knee slide under, step gets right to his feet, nice and quick. Good hips. King down to a single. He's gonna have to move. You don't want to get a stall call here, so you want to keep moving. Cut across maybe and see what you can do from that position, but you don't want to stay too low on that ankle for too long.
No, he's kind of working his way back up now, but Martin's doing a good job to kind of work his hips back up himself.
He put himself in danger here. Let's see what they're going to call here.
They're still kind of funking it out here.
He needs to keep moving his hips around.
And Martin's got that other leg in a weird spot too. He can't call a stalemate here.
No,
Jeez.
not yet.
I know.
We got 40 seconds about
I know,
left
but
here, too. It's going to be interesting.
I got one coming. Martin's just got to get his point. Now we got a PD there, potentially dangerous, and it was either that or stalemate coming. So.
But, you know, King just wasted a lot of clock there in that second period, and that could be to his benefit. We'll see. Comes across, chops.
A little Granby attempt, and now he's trying to funk out again, and still can't get through.
That length is dangerous sometimes, and you know, those Granby type rolls and long legs, long arms, they can catch you. Peel in the hand, nice job. If you notice, he threw that elbow back, cleared his hip off of him, and got to his feet.
He's out right here.
That's one, and is he going to get two? Short time.
There it is.
Beautiful job to get two there with 3 seconds left on the clock. That is great chain wrestling. Gets out, stays on, gets that 2-point takedown there on the line.
Yeah, it definitely shows some maturity and experience beyond his years. Yeah, I talked about that score last night. I think I said it was 40-30 last night. It was actually 40-20 Redskins over the Council Rock North Indians. And Martin had a nice win there against the young Shalinsky. So he's riding high. I mean, he's wrestling well, and he's feeling it right now with a 3-0 lead.
King fires up, but Martin does a nice job bringing him back to the mat. Got a really deep, tight waist here, and he wants to collect wrists and hard to see from this angle, but that tight waist is tight. Oh, going for the tilt there. Let's a little wrist tilt. That tight waist that thing is deep. And you are sucking the wind out of this kid now for 30 seconds, and it's hard to go 2 minutes as you're just getting all the air sucked out of you. So he's doing a nice job kind of staying tight. And
Martin's really working this bar if he can dig this in. He's got that reinforced already.
He's tired him out with that tight waist, so we'll see what he does here.
That's a tight waist, cross wrist, and bar coming.
He's working it. So,
here it is.
He's got to get that rebar back, try to get it tilted up, but you'll notice that, on top, he calls a stall call here on Martin. He does a nice job staying on his toes and off his knees on the top position. He's got flat hips over top of him.
He rises up at the whistle, and I preach that in the room for many, many years. So rise up and see what your opponent's going to do. He did it again right there and came right back with a nice little chop and cut the hips down a little bit and cover. Look at that tight waist all the way to the back rib cage. That's nice by
beautiful.
Martin. He's returning the favor with the ride.
One of the tough parts about being tall and skinny is it's easy to get that tight waist nice and deep on you.
And you can get it done right back to you. That's what we're seeing here.
Yeah, definitely. Look at him go there. Just rock, like we said.
Oh, he comes in hard with that cross face.
Starts walking that hand.
15 seconds here in the period and the match. Oh, excuse me, second period. Here's that cradle again.
Gets it locked up.
He's got it. 4 seconds. He didn't get him back. Can't do it.
That's a good match for a freshman coming out here in a big stage.
Oh, it is the third period. What's that say? I got Mike's. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, my
Thanks,
goodness.
Mike.
I thought it was me taking responsibility. It's the last time I do that. So a nice win there for Martin, 3-0, and Neshamany's making a little bit of a move, coming back 15-10 now. Rustin. Looks like Colton Jordan's going up. Is that right?
We'll find out here.
Ethan Oler for Neshaminy. And do we have the other? Baldessari, correct?
I believe so. Nice job there on that shot. Gets on the leg. Baldessari has that ankle still, though, and he's long, so he's able to kind of take that over top there. And we'll see. He's keeping two hands on that single and trying to stay in on it. And Baldessari's just kind of working the head now and has that far ankle. Not everyone can reach over that far and keep that far ankle like that. So he's doing a nice job there. And got to break that grip, maybe pull up on that elbow. Start running your feet, and there you go.
Once he got belly down, he was in trouble. And now Rustin looking for their cradles.
Nice. He kept that. Yeah, he came around, got right to that cross face. And
this could be trouble here for
got to be careful in the tripod position.
Baldessari did a nice job getting the cradle, and Oler did a nice job breaking the cradle. Now he's right back to it.
Let's see if he jumps sides here once he locks that cradle up.
He's got to forget about just jump over, get it locked, and then worry about what you have. Now he's looking for a little double trouble. Butcher, that cross face, nothing there. He's coming back. See if he goes and gets his cradle. He got it this time. Now he just got to settle in. He's rushing it.
Yeah,
he's rushing it. Now he knows he doesn't have much time, so he's really forcing it.
You got to try to suck that tricep in a little deeper there like that. There he goes. And oh, man, would have been a beautiful butcher right there if he went for it. He's got that thing deep, but he does a nice job getting that lift and turn.
It's a good period there for Baldessari on top.
Looked like close to backs there at the end, but he didn't call any.
No surprise here with the Rustin wrestler going back on top after that. You know, he's going to look for this cradle, I would say, and he's going to get it locked up. I'm sure Coach Harkins is telling him, be patient, get it locked. You know,
locking hands. We've seen a lot of locking hands tonight.
From Rustin.
All from Rustin. All right, he's got to be careful being this high. This would be a big upset here.
Yeah, this is another one of those matches that could go either way. You know, inexperienced, wrestler here for Neshaminy. Oler's like 1-9 as a sophomore, and Baldessari comes in at, as a freshman at 8-10. So again, another toss-up match. Stuffing that arm now, Matt. Now he's got to jump over. You got to jump over there.
Take your time.
Lost it again.
You got a lot of clock left. Take your time here. Lock it up. Come to the other side. Don't put yourself in trouble. Keeps getting himself in a little bit of trouble here by keeping his hips over top of Oler's hips. So lock it up, jump sides, either take it hip to hip or whack it back. But
I mean, at some point, I think you got to just bail on the arm and go for the cradle.
He doesn't have a cradle locked up. He's got
getting
that.
Backs. He's getting some swipes here.
Backs. He's got that.
Got a 3 count out of it.
That wrist, and that'll be 3 back points for Baldessari.
Got blood time, I believe.
Letter's talking to the ref about something. I can't really hear it right now.
And the clock's still just ticking away. Clock just is ticking away. That is not Mike running the clock, although he has been known to put the wrong period up there for Coach Kaiser to look foolish without Joe Youngblood here. Trying to embarrass 2 Hatters. We have to make fun of OJ and Robertson Boyertown tonight. We'll have the Upper Perk fans on our side, that's for sure.
Looks like we're about to get started back here with 50 seconds on the clock.
Were they running the time off for I mean, I think the clock must have stopped.
I think the clock
They were running the clock
There was a lot more time earlier, and I was a little shocked that 10 seconds was only off the clock. So.
So not really sure what happened there. And
it keeps going for that cross. At some point, you're going to have to protect your face here and just realize it's coming. Does a nice job getting 2 hands on it, putting it over his head. Now you got to start running your feet outside and trying to get up.
Coach Stort's up here, been behind our table and, trying to figure out what's going on with the clock himself. And
take your time here.
And again, he has the head to the knee and just can't get it locked. I don't know if Oler's doing a good job hand fighting in there, or he's just not locking that cradle up. Now he's coming back to the legs.
As a freshman, could be a little bit of weight room and, building that strength up.
So Oler goes right to his feet. Good move here. Doesn't want to go down and doesn't want to go on top and give up an extra point. So his chances are here on his feet. He knows it. And obviously, if you're a Bing on that coaching staff, you're going neutral too.
Absolutely. And I'm preaching stance here because, you don't want to get yourself out of position and let him get in on that leg. It's 5-0. You don't want to give up that takedown, make it 7-0. And, you can obviously turn you, so you don't want to give up that major. Got to be smart here on your feet. Wear him down a little bit and try to get in.
So we have a 5:30 start here with this match. We have a second match to follow immediately following. We're not going to hold till 7 o'clock. And I think that's a good move for the fans. It's a long night here for everybody, the officials, the fans, the school, certainly the coaches and the wrestlers. So we're going to keep things moving right into that second match tonight.
Takedown for Baldessari. Did a nice job countering that single-leg attempt.
So now it's either get the backs and get the major, or you got to put him neutral and get another takedown.
Yeah, you got to cut him.
Looks like we're going back to the cradle, and the cradle's just not there. If you're not going to lock the cradle up, it's just not there. Yeah. We have a wrestler like that, Brad Mallon, and we finally taught him he's got to lock it up.
Oh no, he got
Baldessari's got to be careful here.
Let's see if he can do it. He's got to get high himself there. He's got to get his hips up and swim for that head and keep his hands moving. But he just misses it. Baldessari has to be careful here. Is he going to get the swipes? He got one, and there's 2 swipes for him with 18 seconds left on the clock. And let's see if he can
he's in big trouble
here. He's got to clear that knee out. He's got that leg in the way.
But certainly enough for the major.
Definitely. He did a good job there.
Time runs out. End. That's a big win right there for Rustin.
And he got a bonus point on top of it. So if you can get 4 points out of a freshman at the 120-pound weight class, that's big.
Especially around here with 120. I mean, with our rankings, we rank that thing every week, and there's really 5, 6 guys. They don't move. I mean, it's a tough weight class.
It is tough. Looks like at 26 you have Colton Jordan. He's the number 4 ranked kid in the district right now. He's a junior at 18-3. And Gabe Laredo for West Chester Rustin, who is a junior at 12-10. Locked up early there. Does a nice job of that body lock and just out of bounds. So got to keep it in the center if you can.
Yeah, and Colton Jordan, he's back to form from his freshman year. And he's looking good and wrestling well.
In on that single, cuts across.
Real nice cut.
Oh, beautiful.
Looking right for the backs, too.
Tried to step over, maybe to try to get a little Turk leg there and missed it. But, that's the idea of transition wrestling and chain wrestling. And trying to score off takedowns is huge at this level. There he goes
for a tilt.
It's really nice, just cheap, tight waist tilt.
Yeah, and he's got that arm hook nice, too, underneath. Real good work. No
Looks
backs.
like a bunch of 1 counts there.
Yeah, I hate that.
Brings him over top of his own elbow, breaks him down. He's doing a nice job here.
Joe and I differ in our selections here. I know Joe's big on Rustin in this match, and I'm certainly high on Neshaminy. And right now, the way it's shaping up, it's going to get tight here. But I have a feeling the Golden Knights are going to open things up in these upper middleweights.
Those upper middleweights are very good for them, and
like I said, Jordan needs to get a fall here.
Double.
Oh, this looks tight.
That is tight.
Just got to kind of sit a little more. There it is.
It's close.
There it is.
That's beautiful.
So big fall there by Jordan. Brings them within 3 at 19-16 in Rustin's favor.
That's the momentum they need going into this next, these middleweights here. And if they can take care of some business, maybe something can happen here for the Neshaminy Redskins. They're closing the gap.
So Austin Sabia out here, is that right? Guess they weighed him in at 132 tonight. Yep, Austin
Saba, he is a senior, 15-9 this year. Has wrestled a little bit of 32 and 38 all year. And for Rustin, if I was taking a guess, this is Alex Prancer.
You would be correct.
At 132 pounds. And Prancer is a freshman at 13-7. So again, here he is on the District Dual stage and just getting his feet wet in high school wrestling. So.
Yeah, and again, we talked about the District Duals, and it is an opportunity not only to sharpen your skills, but get some matches in front of some bigger crowds and some yelling and screaming and an atmosphere with a couple matches, with some big matches going, and it just helps everybody, kind of learn and grow. And that's why you want to get into the duels. It's a team. You may not have a shot to win it all, but certainly gain some experience for your wrestlers.
Wrestling in District Duals for you, I can remember those experiences of coaching with you after I graduated college and doing that together too. This is what it's about. This is the fun. This is the memories that you remember wrestling for something on a big stage.
Saba, how do you say it? Saba.
Saba.
He gets in trouble there and ends up getting reversed. So it's 2-2. Prancer did a good job there and capitalized on that little bit of a mistake. Again, another evenly matched, bout here with a tight 19-16 team score. And, the Redskins need to get this one and get the next one, obviously, with Jackson Herb coming up. So, Shammy's got some work to do.
He's doing a nice job keeping his knees under him, getting to his feet. This is close to a stall call here. Let's see. He hasn't made really an attempt to take him down. If he can stay in bounds. Does a good job staying in bounds and getting the escape there.
So Austin Saba going to escape in a 3-2 lead right at the end there, the first period. Mike's changing the periods now for me. He's trying to confuse me to keep him on track.
Saba defers and Prancer takes the bottom position.
He's not even listening to me now.
Nah, he's
not even listening to my jokes.
Right down to the ankle. Prancer does a good job getting to his feet.
Real good job there. He's out. And that's the way it should be coming off the bottom. I have to talk a little bit about your brother, Phil, in his senior year at E-Town. Let me know how he's doing here.
He's been, they're at Wheaton, Illinois this weekend. He fires off a shot there on the edge, does a nice job getting that shot off. They're in Wheaton, Illinois this weekend for a big tournament. He did well there last year. He's been wrestling really great. He's still at 125 as a senior, which is nice. And
captain of that E-Town squad.
And there, they've beaten York, who's ranked. They just beat Gettysburg for the first time in a long time. So they're having a great season as a whole. And Coach Eric Walker over there is an unbelievable coach. I would tell anybody from District 1 to go wrestle for that guy like I did. And my little brother does now because he's a great dude.
Oh,
on that tight on that double.
Good double right Keeps there, keeping his toes in. Oh.
No, two. Oh. Interesting call. That was close.
His one toe kind of went out, came back in on the finish. These college rules have to come in with the line on the takedown. That's a hard-working double, and he gets it, and it's blown dead.
I saw it last night, and one of my we wrestled Haverford last night, and my kid had the kid on his back out of bounds, had to stay on his knees, and it's hard to finish anybody when you have to stay on your knees like that, and you're extended.
Can't go on your toes, you're out of bounds.
You're out of bounds, it's crazy. Apparently toes aren't supporting points, so well, hopefully they get that right next year.
Doubtful.
He did a good job with that elbow control there so that Prancer couldn't get in too deep on him and he could stay on his feet.
I think a takedown in this period is going to be huge for someone if they can get one.
Massive. That is big points here in the second period. If you can pick up some points in the last 30 seconds of any period, it's a big deal. Yeah, you want to maximize your takedowns. Try to get them late so they don't have a lot of time to get back to their feet and get an escape. And if you can maximize those 2 points, that helps you win matches.
I want to thank, PIAA District 1, guys, Sean Kelly and Rod Stone, having us out here for the district duels. I mean, it's always great to broadcast these postseason events, and this is our first start with the team duels. And, those guys do a great job. I mean, they let the committee do their thing. Great shot again by Saba.
Just out of time.
Yep. So he's gotten beaten by the clock, beaten by the line. So let's see if he can get a quick escape himself and get back to work on his feet, because that's where he wants to be.
It's got to be a confidence builder there, though. You almost get that one takedown and getting in deep there on that shot, even though the clock expired. That's a confidence booster for the third period. Now I can fire shots off and get in deep.
Prancer did a nice job tying that arm up. Now he's looking to bar it up. He's got
this period here, you got the 3-3 score.
Yeah, and Saba's got to work off the. There he goes. All right, he's back to his feet. All right, now here we go now. So let's see if Saba can get his motor going like he was in that last period and get this takedown that he's earned twice.
Yeah, that's a tough period call for a coach. You want to cut him and give him more time on his feet to take him down, or if he gets out late, you limit yourself how much time you have to take him back down. So that's a tough coaching call there, but they kind of just let it play out, and it played out in Saba's favor. Snapped somebody. He's right in on that single. Can he keep his feet in here on the line?
Yes.
Left ankles. He's got two. That is a huge takedown for Saba.
And again, over there on the line, he did a much better job keeping his toes in and having that mat awareness to get to two. And the official was not denying him that time.
Senior wrestler, that's the difference. That little bit of mat awareness, knowing to keep where your feet are and how to keep them in. Uh-oh. Looks like Saba might have slow to get up.
Dinged his ribs there or his back?
Yeah, looks like maybe a little back tweak.
That back feels like that every morning.
It's because you're old now, Coach. That's one of those things where you tweak something. You got a minute of wrestling left. You just have to be mentally tough and push through it and tell yourself it doesn't hurt until it's over. Then you can worry about it. So we've got 50 seconds left in a 6-3 match. Saba up right now after a nice takedown.
Nice little Peterson attempt and stepped right over it.
Nice job finding that ankle. I don't know if that was luck or skill, but he did it.
Yeah, good little scramble, and Prancer earns the escape, and now he needs a takedown himself. Just about 30 to go here in the third.
Let's see how Saba how he can defend and kind of not just back up, but you got to be defensive a little bit here and just keep good position, clearing ties just like that. Keeping him on that line is beautiful, beautiful work there for Saba. You're kind of in a good spot there. He's got to come to you at this point.
Yeah, just get lower than the other man. Good defense.
That was a nice match. Saba coming out the victor, 6-4. And that will be another 3 points for Neshaminy, tying up this match.
Knotting it up at 19.
This is we got a
so who's
here.
The first one to 30? Is it 30, 31, 33? Joe and I always talk about that number, So it's probably going to be the first one to 31, I think, is going to get this thing done. But we've seen those 31, 33 scores, seen 33, 32, 29, 31. I mean, so
33-27 last night. We got edged out against Haverford.
Yep.
So
we won 33-30 over PW, and so maybe that 33 is the magic number. Joe and I kind of definitely bumped it up due to the fact that there could be 2 falls and you're there. So
sounds like you missed Joe, Coach.
He's not feeling well. Mike and I feeling bad for him. I know he's really missing the matches tonight.
He wants to be here.
I don't know if Mike's been texting him the updates of that O&J match. Of course not. So he's going to have me do it.
Looks like Natelli in for 2-point takedown against Kosmitis here.
Yeah, real nice takedown there.
Looks like Neshaminy made a little move here, bumping up.
Yeah, I saw that.
Jackson at 52. And
yeah, they weighed in Herb at 45, and that was a good move for them.
Tilly's only 2-3 on the year so far, so and Cosmitis is 6-10, so.
Yeah, I mean, but we talk about next man up all the time, and here it is in District Duals. An inexperienced wrestler, jumping in and getting 2 right out of the gate, and leading through this first period already.
Sometimes if you don't have Carson Wentz, you can be a Nick Foles.
Well, there you go. There's a good analogy. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir. You buying me a ticket?
I can't afford it. Prices came down, though, from $5,000 to $3,000 for just 1 ticket to enter the building.
Oh, boy. He did a nice job riding that tight waist there and that near side wrist. And, at the college level, you're going to try to roll that under, put on his back, and like a Penn State rider or a hammerlock, as they might call it. Comes across, gets that wrist, looking for comes to a 2-on-1. See what he's trying to work here. Comes back outside, more of a cross, just puts in a bar. Yeah, that's time, but that's a beautiful ride. Cosmitis' head was in the mat that whole time. His face was, that's not fun. And Natelli chooses bottom position. He's going to be getting out here early, trying to score some takedown points as fast as he can. Cosmitis doing a nice job, and he's keeping him flat in on a single. Got to be careful here, just holding on to a leg, because Natelli's doing a good job. He stuffed the head. He's keeping his hips back. He's got his hands broken on his leg already, and he lets him come up for 1. You want to try to score 2 there if you can get around, but, getting back to your feet is very important in the second period, and he's got plenty of time to shoot off some shots here and start working for another takedown and extend the lead going into the third period. Another takedown's huge, because if it's 3-0 going into the third and Cosmitis gets an escape early, it's a takedown away, and that changes the match completely. So another takedown's really big here.
Good shots, guys, good shots.
Good defense, good shots near the line. Looks like you're working. Only one we've seen in a red singlet so far, Coach.
Yeah, we're going to see all kinds of mixed singlets tonight with everybody. I've seen a couple different uniforms down there. ONJR looks like they're going with the 2-piece. Quakertown with their standard white unis with their singlets. And the Hatters have a bunch of different singlets we're going to throw out tonight. And yeah, it's kind of fun for the sport.
If I could guess, the Hatters are going to wear Digicamo.
Nah, just a couple. I think you're going to see some of the old school singlets tonight.
Nice.
But definitely a digital in there.
I probably have some of those old school singlets in a drawer somewhere.
Yeah, you and Coach Mongillo. And now he's realizing that it's not fun to have them go missing.
I know that feeling. I make them order themselves now. Buy your own singlet.
We just ordered some new singlets coming in. We didn't like the 2 pieces out of the gate, but the kids like them. I'm a traditional guy with the singlet.
A lot of kids just like wearing a singlet at this point. They're used to it. They embrace it. And
so Natelli hanging on 3-0 here as we run through this second period.
Looks like Cosmitis is starting to pick up the pace here, and at the end of the second period, he looks like he's getting a little frustrated and angry at this point. And
yeah, I mean, he's frustrated. He's down 3-0.
Interesting choice. Takes. He did get ridden out there in the first.
Yeah, great shot by Natelli. I think Cosmitis let down at the start, right at the whistle, and it's going to cost him takedown.
Needs to keep moving his feet here. He gets both legs split.
The limp arms out, and there it is.
Nice. That is beautiful technique there.
Yeah, that's going to be enough, I think, for Natelli, unless something really dramatic happens from Cosmitis from the bottom. And, this is one that Neshaminy needed to have, and they're going to get it.
This is big. And then, you have your next bullet up with Herb. And
yeah, and then it gets interesting. It's going to, it's going to be a decent match up there for some of those guys. But like I said, we'll see the firepower of of Rustin's lineup right there in those upper middle weights.
Picks that leg up. He's watching the coaches a lot, the clock, instead of just wrestling. You know, I find that a lot with some of my kids. They'll keep looking at me as I'm yelling. I just tell them, just keep wrestling, just listen. You know, I need to watch me tell you what to do. He gets that reinforced bar here. Let's see, it looked like he was trying to stack it, but takes him out of bounds. It looked like he could have scored some points with that. Thing was tight.
Yeah, and like you said, Natalia Jr., you know, only getting some, you know, light work at 138 at 2 and 3, and you know, between Saba and Herb, you know, I mean, he looks like he can jump on our team right now and man that 138 spot or 132 or
definitely
wherever he is.
You know, that when you have that many good kids in those weight classes.
He's working a bar. He's got to jump out the side and go for broke right now.
Yeah, let's go for
it. Go
for
broke. I mean, why not? There it is. Looking for to punch that half. Couldn't get it. 10 seconds left, but just an outstanding match.
When you have this many good kids in the middle of the lineup, they can wrestle with anybody in the room, and they make the whole room better because they can go with lightweights and they can go with upper weights, and that's important when you can get practice partners who can go with everybody.
So solid win there.
That is huge. That's a big win out of Natelli with a, you know, coming in with a losing record, surprisingly at 2 and 3, and picking up a big win.
You get on TV. So Herb checks into the table here and see who. Oh, that's an illegal check-in by the Rustin guy.
You know, I guess he was laser focused back there getting ready for his match. I had no idea where everyone else was checking in. So I hope that's a good thing right now. And it looks like for Rustin, they're most likely either wrestling, you know, you got Richie Ferrero that they weighed in at 45. And Brian Hess, I'm not really sure who they put out there, but a quick takedown off the bat for Herb. See what kind of work he can do here. A lot of movement on bottom. He's trying to clear wrists and build his base. It's good work, but Jackson Herb, you know, looks like he knows how to ride pretty well, and he's doing a good job slowing him down here. And a lot of times when a guy's moving that much, you just have to kind of be patient and wear him down. So we have Brian Hess for Rustin Wrestling, and Hess is a senior at 17-7, so nothing to scoff at there with that type of record. But you know, you are wrestling a 21-1 junior out of Neshaminy and Herb, and clearly knows what he's doing.
And he's probably the #1 ranked wrestler at this weight class right now after knocking out Cam Robinson last night.
Now, coming off a win like that, you have to come in here fired up tonight to take care of business, too.
Yeah.
Did a good job. He's got he had that cross wrist, and he split the legs there, and yeah, he's just got to keep staying on him, and there. He's got an arm bar there. Looks like he's
got to be patient here.
I'm not sure if he had it reinforced or not, but he did a nice job just riding him tough on top, and he's going to be picking up some back points here soon. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to pick a move and just be relentless with it. He'll get it.
Herb defers, and Hess chooses down, which, you know, at this juncture, I'm not sure either neutral or bottom was a good option.
When you haven't really scored from a position, you know, you got to try and limit the damage too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if he can go 6 minutes and maybe keep it, to a major, you got to figure out where the best spot to be is to get that done.
He's doing a nice job keeping his hips tight until there, and and Hess gets an escape, and they're back to their feet. I'm sure Herb won't like that, and I'm sure he's going to try to get him right back to the mat as quickly as possible. It's got an outside tie here, Herb. See what if he's trying to. Comes across the body to a nice little dump. I know a guy can hit some of those.
Oh, jumps over nice to a little
Peterson
type finish. Yeah.
No back points though. That was nice. Athletic.
Very athletic. See if Herb can get his favorite, pinning combo. He's digging a bar, and I think he wants that bar half probably. But maybe get a little tilt going, score some backs.
He's got 3 minutes of wrestling left to do here. So.
Yeah, halfway through. He's got plenty of time.
Cutting a guy at this point and taking him down maybe 1 or 2 more times.
That's what he's gonna do.
Right there, and mentally that plays with you, and going feet to back is huge at this point. So we'll see what he does with that. 1 or 2 more would be nice.
And Hess isn't backing down either. Hess is doing a decent job.
He's coming at him. He's kind of playing back on his heels a little bit now, but, nice drag out. Right on the line.
Trying to get some backs over there.
That's interesting to see if he can pick up any here on the line.
All right, they're out.
15 seconds left on the clock. Quick 2 would be nice here, maybe a little cheap tilt, a little wrist tilt.
The Neshaminy coaches want a claw here. See if he goes to it. Little false start there.
Gets that cross wrist right off the bat. See what he does with it. He's just pounding on his head at this point. He's not happy that he has yet to turn him. And he is going to go on bottom.
Yeah, now he's got to score points from wherever. He's not going to be able to turn him. He's going to have to get busy up on his feet, and that's the plan right now. Nice Granby looking for that. Nice job by Hess to stop it with a leg in.
Slips it in. He just can't get too high here now. And that's what he's going for. Herb trying to push him over top here, get him high. Got to be careful here if you're Hess.
Herb sneaking out the back. There it is.
Good work. Reversal 2. Wouldn't be shocked if he cut him, and there he goes.
Here we go.
Nice cut there, and he's going to get back to action on his feet with 1.5 minutes left to wrestle here in the 3rd period.
He needs like 3 takedowns to my math. Is that right?
That would be just about right, Coach. Or takedowns and backs here.
Oh, nice roll. Try to hit that roll through mixer. A la Northampton style wasn't there.
Got 2 there. 2 backs. He picks up 2 backs. A little slow to count, coming around the count there.
That was a mistake by Hess. You don't need that. You got to stay clean and limit the damage, even with your hammers coming.
They're calling for him to cut him again. They really want him after. And I think they want him to go feet to back here if he can.
Front to back, let's go.
Especially off that dump. If you hit that dump again, it is easy to hold a guy for a couple back points. There he goes. He does that little drag through again when he's underneath and picks up another 2 with 36 seconds.
So we have our first quarterfinalists over there with O&JR punching their ticket to Upper Dublin. The 43-26 victory.
Now he's just riding out the clock here, maybe trying to pick up a couple backs if he can, but he's in full coast mode.
So Herb's going to pick up the major, and that's what they needed. They got some bonus points, and Hess did a nice job.
Hey, he didn't give up 6 points there.
Yeah, he did a nice job.
Only gave up a major, and if I'm West Chester Rustin's coaching staff right now, I'm happy with that performance. coming off the mat, and you can tell Herb was not happy he didn't get 6 points there.
Yeah, he knows it. I mean, but this is where West Chester Rustin's going to close things out, is my guess. I mean, they're too strong here. So Roy Renzi here for Neshaminy. And I believe he's wrestling. They weighed a lot of guys in here.
Yes, they did. Very much a lot of guys.
Not sure if this is Tyler Kellner. Is that right? Pretty sure that's him, right? You can't go up another weight class.
No, you can't.
So this is Tyler. And again, we know what he's capable of. Going with a little hazard here. And the Rustin wrestlers love this hazard, along with the rest of the West. Are they called the West? It used to be the North and the South.
Yeah, it's the Ches-Mont West, I believe. And they do love that hazard tilt.
And, that's something that you're going to see in the postseason. So you got to prepare for it.
You watch a wrestler like Spencer Lee, and he's Tilt City, and a lot of these kids they're going to be picking that up in the next couple of years as they watch him wrestling for Iowa, and they'll be trying to tilt the same way. And you're seeing a lot more tilts than I ever remember before.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when I was in high school, that just wasn't nearly as popular as I believe as they are today. And when I'm teaching my wrestlers, we focus a lot on that. Claire doing a nice job, just keeping that pressure on that arm, breaking him down over his elbow. He's got short time here, so he's not going to try to do anything too crazy. Just keep him down, not give up another point. Get back to work in second.
And he's just businesslike. And this is really, Brad Harkins. I mean, this is his creation, this team. Guys like this, a line of brothers. They've all been tough.
You can tell he went into this match with a game plan. And that's important when you're at this level, to know what you want to do when you get in here and in each situation. A little blood time here for Kaliner, and we'll clean him up and get him right back out there. Nothing too serious. Maybe a little nosebleed.
Looking at the bracket, and Owen J. Roberts has already moved on, and obviously the winner of this match, Neshaminy and Rustin, most likely is going to face Downingtown West, the number 2 seeded team. And again, getting into that round of 8 is key. I mean, you get a chance to wrestle back, even if you do draw a Council Rock South or a Downingtown West, to come back through the wrestlebacks. And both these two teams are capable with the lineups that Neshaminy and Rustin have put out. I mean, they got solid 14 guys. They got stars, kind of scattered throughout their lineups.
And even their backups that showed up tonight. And
yeah, even the moves have worked out well. The close bouts have been good. There's toss-up matches. And, again, 14 guys in the lineup, Matt. I mean, that's why these teams are here in the district duels. You're not going to see a lot of forfeits now unless their matches are out of control.
Yeah, that's one of the tough things for a lot of schools. And filling out all 14 weight classes is not that easy some places. And
no, it's not.
We are seeing a lot of more forfeits, and that, it makes it tough.
Oh, real nice work there.
I did a good job. Got the reversal.
Just didn't really have anything there. And now, Renzi returns the favor on the mat return.
That was beautiful. Sure it won't last long, but it was nice while we saw it. And here he goes building back his base and coming up to his feet. Oh boy, be careful here. If you don't
nice switch.
Slam. Nice job.
No,
good mat return.
Lost the arm. Tyler wasn't able to clear that arm and got chopped back on the switch. A real good, switch there on the mat return, which we love that at Happy Horsham. That chain wrestling is really important from the bottom. You cannot stop until you're out. So Tyler's a little winded here. The nosebleed maybe took a little out of him and kind of been returned hard a couple times and slowed him down. And again, Renji's doing a decent job, even though he's down 9. He's got to look for some points to get that major out of there.
He keeps his hips up, but lets it kind of Renzi roll through there and then comes up back to his feet. Elbow control here underneath. Important. They both look a little gassed here in the second period already. It's not really, you want to score there with short time underneath. You can still score some points, and he was just waiting for that whistle to blow there, both of them. Renzi's going to choose bottom. See what he does here. He's starting to pick it up a little bit, and if he can keep this to a major, that would be big.
Yeah, but with Hurley and Lavis coming up, is it Lavis or Labus? I always get this wrong. I butcher names like you don't know.
Yeah, nice tilt there.
Yeah, real nice tilt. He's got to be careful coming back around here. I mean, with him being tired.
Not in the best position for the tilt, but he goes and gets it.
So one more will end this thing. He needs a 2 count. And
he still has it.
Fall will be there.
Takes it the other way. That's beautiful if he can get that. He's got to try to get that elevator foot there. And
got plenty of time. I mean, I'm sure Rustin wants a fall, but they'll take the tech right now and tighten this thing up with 2 of their stars. 2 state qualifiers still to come for the Golden Knights here. There it is. That'll be it. See if he tries to finish. He's just going to take the 2, and that's it.
There's a nice job at the end there, getting those tilts. And he knew exactly where he was, I think, before the referee knew it was a tech fall. He looked right off, started hopping off. And
so that brings the Golden Knights within 125-26. So Gunnar Spain here for Neshaminy and Hurley for the Golden Knights. So this is the return of Hurley. We've been waiting for a while. Colin Hurley only 2-0 on the season. But certainly we know what he's capable of.
He can wrestle. He's keeping that right arm back, though, still. I mean, doesn't look like he's doing much with it yet. Doing a lot with his left hand right now.
Gunner's not going to back down either. I mean, he knows the match is on the line right here. And he's going to get after it. And again, like you said, you just never know. Coming back, and we were talking about it off camera, Mike and I, and some Boyertown folks, and you just never know how a kid will return. Stamina, strength. Is he willing to take chances and wrestle like he does? Normally does. So, Hurley obviously definitely shaking off the cobwebs here right now in the start of this first period, a minute in. Nice little takedown there.
Try to keep moving his feet here and come up to his feet if he can. He does a nice job. Collects the ankles, keeps his feet in, drags them, and he gets the 2-point takedown there. And that's beautiful wrestling. Picks the ankle right off the whistle. Far ankle pick there to break him down, and I'm sure he's going to want to do as much work here as he can.
Yeah, like you said, just getting out there. I mean, it's only his third match back.
He's just being tough here with short time left on the clock, not giving him anything. He can score 2 backs here. I mean, that'd be beautiful, but
I think we have the right score, Mike. 26-24, but up on the board, 25-24, and they had some problems earlier with the board, so I'm going to go with us like we did at Quakertown Penn Ridge. We had it right, and we had the score right in that match too, but we didn't get the calls. Larry Biddle was making the calls.
Spain defers, and Hurley takes bottom here, and he's going to try to get some work in from every position on the mat if he can. Weird little Granby he got there.
Oh, real nice. You take the one.
Short and tight, and gets to his feet. Oh, beautiful catches. You can't shoot that far out with your hands that wide, and that's going to happen.
And he stepped right out.
Oh,
Hurley's in trouble here with the shoulder.
Oh, man.
He did a nice job fighting that off. So the shoulder obviously is in pretty good shape there, because if it wasn't, it would have came out right there. So good work by Gunner. Spain hanging in there, and Hurley, really avoided disaster there.
Yeah, that was close, and just kept moving, and it's all you can do in that position.
I did it again.
He's got to, Gunner Spain's got to kind of push the pace here a little bit if he wants to
get back into the match. He's down 7-1, and we're halfway through the match, and he's got to pick up the pace. You're right, Matt.
Tries to get in, but you can't shoot with your hands wide. Your arms out, like coming in, flying in on a double. Now, it's the second time he did. He got lucky there. He didn't get picked up and thrown again. Close the angles, move a guy heavy on his head. Don't let him know it's coming. Keep your arms tight. Got to be careful with a guy like Hurley.
Quakertown's going home.
They're out of here.
Coach Handel exiting the gym, saying hello and goodbye.
And getting some rest here.
Hey, when you go hard.
And it's going to be a mild upset if you look at the rankings, but again, Joe and I did differ on the outcome of this match. I thought Neshaminy had enough to get by Rustin, but Rustin again, well played, with the chess match, with the lineups, and I think Neshaminy did just about everything they could to get the matchups they wanted, and they did, and they're with the lead here with 2 bouts, remaining, one after this one in progress.
Just brings him back there, and that's trouble. He's got his hands underneath. It's going to be tough to finish. Gunner trying to get his hips over and put him on his back. It's going to be tough. Gunner's just, he knows what he's doing.
Same position as last time.
Yeah.
Almost identical with, Gunner kind of, kicking out of that and coming around and stepping over and getting out. And Hurley on his back. So Hurley's got to be careful.
You got to scoop the head there quick if you're going to finish that off. You can't let him bridge up.
Yeah, he had that
strong.
Like you said, he had that arm trapped underneath with that lock.
Hurley's looking pretty comfortable. He's just maintaining the center of the match. He's not really pushing the pace or anything. He's not,
Yeah, he's got a nice,
getting after Spain here. So he's just kind of letting Spain do the work and capitalizing off of it. There he goes, fires it off.
Good double. Couldn't follow through with the finish, but again, that's all he needs to do right now. He's got the major, in hand. He's going to defend well and taking a shot when he has an opportunity. Oh, good shot there by
Spain. If you notice, he got his hands busy, and that was the difference between getting it on that leg that deep.
He's got a good body lock here. He's able to get his hips back and should be able to defend this.
Short time here. I'm sure he wants to pick up another takedown. And, you know, Gunner's trying to get rid of that major by maybe scoring and keeping him down with short time on the clock. So, you know, it's good mat awareness for him as a sophomore. And not backing down from a guy you know is very good.
It's a stalemate there, and they'll go back up, 10 to go.
Go for something.
Short time here. Gunner's still staying active, pushing the pace a little bit, still firing shots off, and I like that aggressiveness.
Yeah, good match there. That pushes Neshaminy ahead 28-26. And they got the score right on the board, Mike.
Looks like we got Jason Pizzucci here for the Neshaminy Redskins and Daniel LaBus here.
Yeah, and this is exactly what Rustin wanted LaBus to close this match out. He gets to work right away with a quick takedown. Downingtown West and Happer Horsham underway on the other mat.
So this is a 3-point dual meet right now, Coach, coming 28-25, and like you said, it's going to be 30 some odd points here to win it.
Could be that first one to 31.
Doing a good job. If you notice how low he is, his body position on top here, just keeping his hips back and keeping a lot of pressure on top of his upper body there. And there he goes, winning that hazard tilt again, that crossroad hazard tilt. Does a nice job. It's not easy to get that tilt when the kid's on his belly like that, and he did a great job getting him turned over there.
Yeah, he got a 2 count, make it 3.
30 seconds left here in the first period. It's already 5-0, and I'm sure we're gonna see nonstop action. You want to be working for that fall the entire time here. You want to end this match right, going to the next round of district duels.
Back to the hazard all the way from the belly again. Coming back with the bar, nothing there. Now he comes back to it. He's got to be careful here.
No backs there, but you watch him. He goes cross face, back to that cross wrist, throws in a bar. He's worked him. Pizzucci doesn't know what's coming next, and that's the best way to wrestle.
Bust right around here and out for a reversal. Good work from the bottom position, and he can wrestle from every position, Matt, and that's really the key for him. Deep into the postseason, you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to score points from all positions, and this is what the young kids need to learn to do. You get stuck on that one move in one position, and here's a guy in LaBus that can wrestle from all 3 positions.
He is just, does not look like Pizzucci is happy to be out there right now. Doesn't have any answers for
right
for
back
what he's
to this
at him.
hazard. He just takes it and just spins him around right around to his back for counts, and 3 more coming, and
there they
opening up a 10-0 lead.
There he goes, cross face. That's what he's done every time coming out of that hazard tilt so far. You see him go, let the guy build back his base, and he tries to go right for that cross face to a cradle. So looks like he's got a little system there. He's on that ankle, hooks the ankle. He's going to probably go back to that crossers, maybe try to get some backs here with 50 seconds left in the second period.
Now he's looking for a bar here. Got the 1-on-1, and Looks like he's going to try and run this big step here,
Big
drop
step.
that elbow. Could be trouble. Only 25 left, though, here, so.
So you got your Hatters over there wrestling coach, and this is your first year not as head coach in a long time, and it's a little different sitting on the other side and not being.
It's been different, and being over here, behind the cameras has been good for me and keeps me connected. And there it is, and there's the ball.
Finish it off.
And Lavis closes out this match, and West Chester Rustin's going to win this thing 34-26, and they advance. They'll most likely be looking at the Downingtown West team, unless Happer Horse can pull a monster miracle upset.
That would be a monster.
So we're going to close it down right here, and we'll be right back with our next match afterwards with the Boyertown Bears. They come in as the number 4 seed against Great Valley, the number 13 seed, and Matt will be calling that one on his own because I'm going to go watch the Hatters.
That'll be fun for everybody.
All right, have a good night, everybody.